Nothing drama, no bullshit. Just making it feel like I don't want to waste my time anymore. And if I can do something and be pro, and you know, kind of make him proud, even though he was already proud of me he was always proud of me, but I want to do something that I can make myself feel proud and him also still to this day. The money goes a long way in the current circumstances in my situation, so appreciate it a lot. Boopy, no, I am not coaching them.
I love a bussy.
After what I saw yesterday, I told them that I'm not coaching, so no, I will not be coaching them. I will not be coaching them. Thoughts on a CC run with Skittles and Sykes for the giggles? Yeah, that would never happen. Never in a million years. Hope everything works good for me. Hoping for the best, but the legal battle seems like it's going to be a long time. In the it's going to be a marathon, so hopefully it wraps up fast. No, I'm not coaching Stallions. I said that like 2 seconds ago. What happened? I mean, I literally saw them I opened Max Stream to check on how they're doing, and then saw that there was another coach updated in the commands, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gone basically. I no longer have any interest in wasting my time, and yeah. They were like, oh yeah, we're just trialing, we're gonna tell you tomorrow and have a conversation, but I was just like, no, I'm good. I'll step down. I'm good on that. But there was also like stuff that happened behind the scenes, which I don't know that they really talked about, but the whole Sacred stuff and like me versus Sacred held them back from organizations, so I told them I'd step down regardless, but I would like, you know, communication. And this isn't like a trying to farm drama or anything. I don't really give a fuck in the end of the day. Whatever happened, happened. This is not for the drama. I don't really give a fuck. And if just, you know, some clarity before I see that is quite nice.
You're gonna take it.
Bad move by them? I mean, realistically, I'm not a coach. I don't really give a fuck about coaching. It's not a bad move by them. I don't think it's a bad move by them. They deserve it. They deserve someone who can spend their free time and off time coaching them and helping them. I simply cannot. My father passed away. I need to do a bunch of legal shit. I need to be there for my grandmother, so that's what's more important to me. Yeah. I'm not mad about no longer being with them. I'm just more so annoyed that seeing that in Twitch chat, I was just like, okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, I'm not a coach. I do not have passion to be a coach. It's not a bad decision by them in any regards. I won't hold grudges. I'm simply just, I wish to be off the roster as fast as possible, and I will be going back to competing. That's all it's really got to be. Nothing drama, no bullshit. Sure, it's annoying, but at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck. It's like kind of a self-realization. Obviously, I mentioned my dad passing away, but like I don't really want to sit here and spend time doing something I don't want to do. And he was a man who lost the opportunity to go pro at a very early age, like around 30. For people that didn't know, my dad was a professional mountain biker. Yeah, he was a professional mountain biker, but he broke his leg in 6 different places, and it inhibited him from going and competing more into pro mountain biking. And I kind of just sat there and I thought about it while, you know, my time away, and I was like, I don't really want to sit here and do something that I don't want to do, especially, you know, for free. But yeah, the situation between like what I saw from Max like chat, where like, you know, obviously I saw they're trialing a new coach without telling me, and they waited like a day or two to tell me. I had a feeling it was coming, but they never like really filled me in. But yeah, just basically with his passing, it kind of skyrocketed me into just making it feel like I don't want to waste my time anymore. And if I can do something and be pro, and you know, kind of make him proud, even though he was already proud of me he was always proud of me, but I want to do something that I can make myself feel proud and him also still to this day. That's the real reason. Realistically, I always wanted to come back, but it kind of just happened at the right time, so I moved on. But But yeah, it ultimately was just literally thinking back to like he lost the chance to be a pro, and like I have every opportunity to still play pro, so why let it waste, you know? Why let it waste?
Well, Doofy without saying anything to Nock. I was gonna talk to him today, but we talked yesterday instead. I didn't know Doofy was gonna coach us yesterday during scrims. I didn't know that was happening. But we were just gonna look at options because Brandon said he needed time. He wasn't gonna be able to show up to scrims. He wasn't gonna be able to do anything for a while because he was busy. And then we were gonna look at stuff anyways. It's unrelated to that. We were gonna look into other options anyways. Because Brandon didn't, like... I know he doesn't want to coach. He wanted to play with me in Skilled to begin with. But I didn't want to go triple M and K. He also just had no interest in like doing the coach stuff outside of like post-game analysis, like telling us where he thinks we went wrong. Like he didn't want to VOD review, he didn't want to make loot routes, he didn't want to do anything like that. Didn't want to do any of like the out-of-game stuff. So I feel like all those things combined, probably just like better to look at other options as they presented themselves. And even then it wasn't like, oh, we're 100% going to get rid of him. It was just like, we're just checking stuff out and going from there. Saw DV coaching us, he DM'd me, asked to be removed from the roster, and I was like, alright. Sorry, so, yeah. I'm still gonna pay him for his time. It's not like I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking not compensate him. He spent a lot of time with us, and he was very valuable, in my opinion. At least for me. Suppose you guys aren't signed yet? Well, we were supposed to get signed, right? We had a offer on the table, but that clip of Brandon and Sacred arguing, like, blew up, I guess, and the org saw that, and they backed out after that clip. I don't know if that is, like, true, or if the org is just, like, the org was going to back out anyways, and they used that as an excuse, but that's what I was told. What was the org? I'm not naming the org. I mean, it's understandable. It's fine. Like, honestly, like, that argument, I don't think it was a big deal. I think it's kind of stupid for an org to back out over that, personally. But I do understand their perspective of it being an unprofessional way to conduct discussions between the coach and players. On both sides. I don't think a coach should be saying that his players are dog shit and doing terrible in scrims and he's wasting his time and he's gonna leave if he keeps, like, if people keep arguing or some shit. And on the same front, you know, Sacred's temper was out of control. It is what it is. He's been better. So like, I understand the perspective of the orgs, seeing that and hearing that from both parties. It is what it is. I mean, honestly, I don't really think Brandon was going to be a long-term coach anyways. I know that's not what he wants to do. He's a player at heart, and he will absolutely get an offer for Split 2. I've zeroed out in my mind about that. Even if, like, he's been out of the game for a little bit, he was still one of the best IGLs in the world for a long time. Still in talks with new orgs after that? A little bit, but nothing, like, concrete. We're still, like, trying to find stuff. I just shot a complete fucking dick. Gonna be a coach until Split 2? No, Brandon's already done. Brandon put his LFT out. We are gonna work with Doovy going forward.